Good morning. Daniel Little is the 5th and longest serving chancellor at the University of Michigan-Dearborn, having led the campus since July 2000. He also serves as professor of philosophy at U of M Dearborn and as professor of sociology at U of M Ann Arbor. Under Little's guidance, U of M Dearborn has developed into a strong metropolitan university with a particular focus on metropolitan Detroit. U of M Dearborn has cultivated meaningful relationships between the university and its surrounding community in terms of scholarship, research, and service. Faculty, students, and staff are involved in several hundred different community-based organizations. Chancellor Little is a prolific scholar who has continued to publish academic books while serving in senior administrative positions. He has become recognized as a public intellectual in recent years through his influential blog, Understanding Society. Chancellor Little is actively involved in metropolitan affairs in the Detroit region, serving on the boards of New Detroit, Detroit Public Television, Metropolitan Affairs Coalition, Beaumont Hospital Dearborn Community Advisory Board, City Year Detroit Board, Detroit Zoological Society, Michigan Campus Compact, Council of Asian and Pacific Americans, Citizens Research Council of Michigan, and Michigan Association of United Ways. He is currently co-chair of the Detroit Drives Degree Coalition in partnership with the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce. It is only fitting that he joins us today to open the second U of M3 Detroit event. Please help me welcome Chancellor Daniel Little to give the day's opening remarks.
Thank you, Ann. How generous. And hello, everybody. So you know what? You're completely in the dark. Not necessarily that you know nothing, but I cannot see a single face except actually yours. It is such a pleasure to welcome you all, a whole group of people, and in the end it will be over 300 people, who have an interest, both an academic interest and a practical interest, in being part of the progress of metropolitan Detroit, to bring this group of activists, smart researchers, and engaged scholars to the UM Dearborn campus in this second UM3 convening and exciting catalyst to future work and future collaboration. That is a real privilege and honor for us at UM Dearborn. We are very, very pleased to have you here today. The event at Ross School last year, roughly a year ago, was inspiring for so many of us, and I believe today's material, today's panels, today's lightning talks, today's poster sessions, and today's conversations over totally awesome lunch will be inspiring and catalytic for us as well. I would just like to remind you that commitment to Detroit and to metropolitan Detroit and to issues of urban progress, these are right at the core of the metropolitan mission of the University of Michigan-Dearborn. After years and years of focusing and developing and refining, we have, I think, come to a really finely articulated view of how an urban metropolitan university can be an ongoing, reliable, and value-added partner to community partners throughout Metro Detroit, and this is right at the center of our commitment. We are committed as well to one of the really strong sort of underlying themes of social topic in Metro Detroit, and that is the topic of racial equality. All of us, as we come to know our state and our region, we understand that racial disparities in our region are one of the strongest anchors holding us back from future progress. And so our campus is deeply committed to progress on racial disparities, whether it is health disparities or access to housing or access, by the way, to urban transit. So UM Dearborn is strongly committed to the kinds of partnerships which are being discussed today. We believe that a university whether it's University of Michigan-Dearborn or University of Michigan-Ann Arbor, that a university can be a powerful catalyst to future change, future progress, and that it takes time. It takes extensive effort of cultivating relationships and building strong trust with community-based organizations and elected officials and other stakeholders and players in the processes of helping to lead to progress in our region. That takes very, very hard work and sustained work, and both Ann Arbor and Dearborn, I think, are up to that task. So I am very excited about the opportunities which exist. Over the past, I would say, 6 or 8 years, it has become apparent that UM Ann Arbor is wanting to be more deliberately and purposefully a partner in Detroit and Metro Detroit, and we welcome that. We're very excited about that. The whole purpose is to bring the value of collaboration, the value of research, the value of knowledge into humble partnership with the community-based organizations and elected officials and jurisdictions with whom we are able to work. Cam, I think, mentioned how much of a debt we owe to many entities. I would just like to mention Janelle Simmons in particular, who has been a catalytic change maker herself in helping through the Provost's office, and Kate Davey helping to make today a reality. Various people have referred to her as Superwoman. Let's offer some congratulations. So I look forward to a really outstanding day today of talks and presentations and lightning talks and poster sessions and some great keynote speeches later in the afternoon. I, again, extend my welcome to the campus, and I hope that we will all have an outstanding and stimulating day, which inspires us to ever new efforts to partner with Metropolitan Detroit. Thank you very much.
I'd like to bring to the stage Kate Davey, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs.
Welcome, everyone. For nearly 10 years now, I have had the privilege and the burden of following the very eloquent Dan Little to the podium. He is a hard act to follow. We have a wee bit of a surprise for him this morning. As some of you know, Chancellor Little announced last fall that he will be stepping down in July to return to the faculty. He has served UM Dearborn with distinction for the past 18 years. Dan Little's contributions to the city of Detroit comprise but one of many dimensions of a most robust legacy. In addition to serving on the many boards that Dean Lampkin-Williams mentioned in her introduction, Chancellor Little has focused the efforts of this campus on the task of revitalizing the region, particularly Detroit. Thus, in recognition of your commitment to the city of Detroit and the metropolitan region, and to your longstanding service to the University of Michigan-Dearborn, we want to present you with a gift today at this special event, which appropriately enacts the intersection of scholarly research and community partnerships. Because this gathering represents the best of the university's engagement with the city of Detroit, we thought it would be appropriate to take the opportunity to honor your work. Thank you for your service, your commitment, and your dedication to the city and the region. And in my view, this is an aesthetically compelling and powerful artist's rendering of the Detroit skyline.
Thank you.